one unique thing is when the rice lodges, most varieties always fall straight to the north. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe you guys know. So one direction the combine goes, he has an easier time harvesting it, and the opposite direction is quite a bit harder. So he's right now, that machine would normally be just cutting maybe, you know, the top 12 inches of the plant that's about 30 inches tall, 32 inches tall. He's having to process the entire plant right now. So he's got to run quite a bit slower, and he has a harder time. It's easy to separate the grain from the plant at the front end of the harvester, but at the back end, he's got to separate the two into two, you know, see the grain tank on top, the straw going out the back end. But he's cutting probably 1.5 miles an hour. In a standing crop, we would want to be doing 2 to 2.5, somewhere in that range.
How much yield reduction is in
There's some yield reduction from the lodging, which is just, it's just harder to separate the grain from the straw. So normally, if a good crop is around 110 hundredweight per acre green, we're probably going to have about 0.75%, maybe 1% on the ground. We just can't recover. We just can't go that slow. Right now, he's probably throwing 50% more on the ground than normal. If it was really green straw, he'd be throwing twice as much on the ground. So there's a little bit of yield loss that way. Most of the yield loss comes when high temperatures tend to cause the plant to grow more vegetation and less grain. And almost always, when you accumulate a lot of heat units this fast, if the season is shorter, the yields will be lower. We've noticed that.